Good evening. Adelaide is looking to extend its unbeaten run to 7 matches in today's opening A-League fixture against Melbourne Heart. Last night, Brisbane went 8 points clear of the top after beating Wellington at the death. A moment ago, the Reds went a goal behind at home to the Heart. Yosef Gombao's Chargers were looking to climb further up the ladder, and Bruce Jitte ensured they would go to the break 1-0 up. Awir Mabil came close before Jitte scored his 3rd goal of the season in the 22nd minute. But Heart captain Harry Kewell levelled it up from the penalty spot just after the hour mark. Brisbane has shown there's life after Besart Berisha following a tough week that saw their star striker sign with Melbourne Victory. Debutant Devante Clout showed the way for the hosts by scoring on debut as the Roar came from behind to beat Wellington 2-1.
The publicity surrounding Berisha's midweek signing for Melbourne Victory struck a raw nerve for Brisbane, so a crucial win at home was all the more sweeter.
You know, we had a game to prepare for on the Friday, so I didn't think there was much respect shown to us. We would have preferred it to have waited until Saturday morning, but it is what it is.
The equaliser by Devante Clout in the 51st minute couldn't have been more opportune. The teenager was on debut and he helped provide ample evidence the club has goal-scoring power, including midfielder Luke Bratton. Bratton blasted the winner in the 87th minute, the club celebrating their first home win in nearly 2 months.
What you saw out there tonight was a response by a group of players in orange shirts that will make every Brisbane Roar fan proud.
Coming off a 5-0 thrashing of the Victory, Wellington looked like extending their impressive run. The Phoenix squandered opportunities though, before making one stick in the 36th minute through Stein Heisegams.
And it's in! Stein Heisegam scores goal number 8 this season.
So I felt as though we could definitely have gone 2 ahead in the first half, maybe 3 with a bit of luck. And the boys were dying at half-time. Humidity's the killer.
The Roar remain on track for the Premier's Plate, and a big year looks set to include a dream fixture against Manchester City. The Premier League giant is planning a 2-match tour late in May to celebrate the club's purchase of Melbourne Heart. Brett Clancy, World News Australia.
In England, a Lucas Podolski brace has eased Arsenal into the 5th round of the FA Cup at the expense of Coventry. The day's other match ended scoreless between Nottingham Forest and Preston, but the goals were flowing for Arsenal in London. Podolski's playing time has been limited in the Premier League this season, but the Germans' 2 first-half goals put the Gunners in command against Coventry. Goals for Olivier Giroud and Santi Cazorla after the break sealed a comfortable 4th-round victory for Arsenal. While in Germany, Bayern Munich has moved 10 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga following a 2-0 win over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Mario Götze got the ball rolling for the Bavarians after 7 minutes, but the German champions had to wait until the second half before securing the 3 points through a Thomas Müller penalty. The result extends Bayern's unbeaten league run to 42 games. Australian cyclist Richie Porte has claimed the Tour Down Under's penultimate stage on a day when Cadel Evans surrendered the overall lead. Simon Gerrans powered home in 3rd and will take a 1-second advantage over Evans into tomorrow's final stage. Our man at the Tour, Mike Tomalaris, has the latest.
It was an epic battle on Old Willunga Hill between Simon Gerrans and Cadel Evans. 1 second separates the 2 leaders in this year's race going into the final stage tomorrow. And I can tell you the tens of thousands that line this mountain were thrilled every step of the way. There were no doubts to whom the big crowd supported. The Tour's decisive stage brought the masses to the mountain in a scene which resembled any huge race in Europe.
So many fans out here.
It's just crazy, it's wonderful.
It's not rivals anything, Alpe d'Huez, Stelvio, Willunga Hill is awesome, I love it.
The showdown to the summit lit up as Richie Porte took the reins.
Richie Porte is trying to steal the ochre jersey.
The Sky Rider opened up a gap and was never caught.
You know, stage win on Willunga, that's probably, more than I thought, I could get here. My condition's not quite at the top yet, so, I'm just happy with how today went.
The focus then turned to the classic duel between Cadel Evans and Simon Gerrans. Watching from the tribune was Gerrans' nervous father. The 2-time winner then produced an incredible turn of speed to pull away from Evans and resume the overall leadership lost 2 days earlier.
That Simon Gerrans has got the jersey back.
The result brought a huge sigh of relief to the Gerrans family. And to Gerrans himself.
Not only a huge thrill, it's a huge sigh of relief. My whole team has put in such enormous effort to support me this week. I'm just so thrilled to have the lead back going into the last stage.
Despite the narrow margin, Gerrans will have a distinct advantage over Evans in tomorrow's final stage City Street race in Adelaide. Mike Tomalaris, World News Australia.
China's Li Na will go into tonight's Australian Open women's final against Dominika Sibylkova as an overwhelming favourite when the pair takes to the court shortly. Last night, Rafael Nadal booked his place in the men's final against Stanislas Wawrinka by beating Roger Federer in the latest instalment of modern tennis's greatest rivalry.
A meeting of two players destined to be remembered among the greatest of all time. Rafael Nadal, the top seed and favourite, despite battling painful blisters on his hand. It was immediately apparent Roger Federer would have his work cut out.
Oh, what a shot.
The Spaniard with plenty of weapons. And he just took it, winning the first set in a tie-break. And having hit the front, there was little chance of slowing him down. The 2009 champ dismantling Federer's serve.
Gets the break.
The longer it went, the better Nadal looked. Federer's once impregnable defences made to look wafer thin by the world number one.
That's just ridiculous.
Nadal's straight sets win, some warning to another Swiss opponent in the final, Stanislas Wawrinka.
That's it. The domination continues.
After missing last year, for me, it's really, really emotional to be back on this court, Rod Laver Arena, and be able to play another final. So very, very happy, and thank you very much, everybody, for the support. It was just very amazing for me.
I was trying to hit hard and flat, and I was trying to play my game, and sometimes I did play very well, and then sometimes I didn't, but he overall was more consistent, and he deserved to win tonight, and he was better.
If Nadal wins tomorrow night, he'll be just the third player in history to win every Grand Slam at least twice. Glenn Osborne, World News Australia.
England has avoided the embarrassment of a 10-0 summer whitewash by winning the fourth cricket one-day international in Perth. Aaron Finch threatened to help Australia run down the tourists' impressive total, but a 4-wicket haul from Ben Stokes guided England to a 57-run triumph.
Even from winning positions, the tourists have struggled this summer.
This is not a good start for England's attack.
A bullish Aaron Finch.
What a stroke that is. Powerful.
And shoddy fielding, making 316 seem too few to defend.
Makes a complete mess of being at mid-on.
A clean catch from Ian Bell, shifting the momentum.
Really good catch, Ian Bell. That's what England needed.
Suddenly, England's fans felt comfortable as Matthew Wade and George Bailey came and went.
Miss hit. Alistair Cook takes the catch at mid-off.
Finch putting up a lonely resistance, grafting a century off 97 balls.
He comes back and raises the bat for the second century in this series.
The Victorians' departure 8 runs later, signalling the beginning of the end.
Nicely caught. Broad knows it. They all know it. England run to Broad.
Australia's final 4 wickets tumbling for just 29 runs for the tourists' breakthrough triumph.
And England have finally won one on this Australian tour.
It's been a frustrating tour like that. We have played a long way below our potential. And then you see glimpses like today, we know we're not such a bad side.
The visitors will be looking to extend their summer winning percentage to 20 in the final ODI on Australia Day. Nick Vinden, World News Australia.
In golf, Australia's Mark Leishman is in the mix at the halfway stage of the US PGA Tour event at Torrey Pines. Leishman was a whisker away from posting 4 birdies in his first 9 holes on the tougher South course, but a double bogey on the 6th hole saw him finish the second round tied in 4th at 7 under par. American young gun Jordan Spieth leads compatriot Stuart Sink by a shot. His flawless 9 under 63 on the easier North course left him at 10 under for the tournament. While in the season-opening Bahamas LPGA Classic, Jessica Korda has surged into the lead after a fast finish to her second round. The daughter of former tennis star Petra Korda defied the windy conditions by birdieing 4 of her last 7 holes to go 11 under for the tournament. Playing partner Paula Creamer will head into the third round 1 stroke back after carding an 8 under 65. Australia has had a mixed opening day at the Rugby Sevens in Las Vegas. Michael O'Connor's men were humiliated in their first pool match, with Trans-Tasman rivals New Zealand running in 5 tries to 1. The Australians look destined for another disappointing loss, this time to Fiji, until a late Peter Schuster 5-pointer helped them escape with a narrow 1-point win. Australia's final pool match is against Scotland tomorrow. And a moment ago it was 2-2 between Adelaide and Melbourne Heart in the A-League, with time almost up. Sounds like a great game, Lee Lynn. That's today's sport.
And Craig, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Coming up, the weather.